Hey everyone, Jason Hill here, and I am so excited because I finally got to put together and use our Green Mountain pellet grill wood-burning pizza stone oven attachment. And I had some family and friends over yesterday. We made a variety of pizzas, and we had to tweak some things, get the temperature set right. And I think we are ready to now produce a video to show you how great this little oven works. And I want to thank everyone who replied to the video on what they think we should make. And of course, it was kind of funny, the traditional pizza one, which is a pizza Margherita, and that was submitted or requested by Higher Plains and Pinkie Pie. And they got the most thumbs up for that's the first recipe we should try. So that's what we're gonna do. It's a traditional pizza from like Italy from 1889. I think it was Queen Margherita who picked this pizza as her favorite, and it's become a tradition or a favorite pizza here in America for a number of years. It's really simple, so let me show you the mise en place and let's get started. All right, we're gonna start off with about 16 ounces of pizza dough cut in half, so each one's about 8 ounces. I didn't make this one from scratch because we had a huge party yesterday, and I picked this up at my local market for only $1.28, which was Winco was the store. I am gonna though plop them into Caputo flour, which we will use to make our pizza dough from scratch at another video. You're going to need some fresh basil leaves, a little bit of cornmeal just for dusting for the pizza peel. I've got fresh mozzarella here, a little bit of grated parmesan, olive oil, and I of course put my garlic shallot puree in there to give it a little bit of garlic because the traditional Margherita pizza didn't call for garlic, but I got to have some garlic. Sauce. This is my father-in-law's canned jarred tomatoes from his garden. You can get canned tomatoes, San Marzano, which is highly recommended. All I did here was I pureed it with a little salt, a little olive oil, a little pepper, and I added a pinch of sugar. And that's all you need for a simple pizza sauce. Okay, let's take a little bit of our Caputo flour. We're gonna put it on our work surface, which has been cleaned and sanitized. We're gonna take our pizza dough, and a friend of mine that ran a pizza place locally said this is a traditional Italian way to start working your pizza dough. You've got to plop it in the flour first and then bring it down to your work surface. And from here, he showed me that you just work your fingers, making little dimples into the center of the dough. This is your first start of stretching out the dough. Little dimples like this. Once you've made your dimples into the center and kind of push the dough out, then you start to work the edges, pulling the dough, stretching it out. You're not going to see me tossing this in the air. I'm not that good. But you can see it's stretching at the edges, so your center is coming out and the diameter is slowly increasing. There we go. That's kind of what I want. Yeah. Okay. From this point, I'm going to flip it over and we're going to kind of use our knuckles and just let the pizza stretch, let the dough stretch as you go around and around. Oh boy, I feel like Lucille Ball. I'm gonna be so good at this though by the time I'm making all these pizzas this summer. Ah, look at this. It's a little fun, it's a little frustrating, but hey, this is what you gotta do if you want a homemade, handmade pizza. You can see it's come out a little bit further. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, the pizza at Green Mountain Pellet Grill recommend that you build your pizza actually right on the pizza peel. So I'm going to lay a little cornmeal down there because that's going to help the pizza slide off and into the oven. From here is where I brush on the olive oil, extra virgin, with about a quarter teaspoon pinch of my garlic shallot puree for a little flavor. That's good, just a little bit. You don't want it to saturate. Next, we're going to come over here with the sauce. I'm going to probably put about 4 ounces or so. You just want to take your ladle and just move it out to the edge. It's that simple. Okay. Now, traditional pizza in Italy does not call for a whole bunch of cheese like you see in some of our pizza places. So I'm taking the fresh mozzarella and I'm just going to drop a few little dabs in and around the pizza here. Next, we're going to take some of our fresh basil. You can chiffonade this if you like. I just take the leaves and I like to just break little pieces into or onto the pizza. And then finally, I'm just going to take a little bit of the fresh grated parmesan and just go on top like that. Okay, I've got this set at 325, which means my pizza stone is probably close to 700 degrees. We're going to open it up. Be super careful. It's super hot. We just slide that in there, and immediately it's going to start to crisp up. The crust will bubble. The cheese is going to start melting, and we're only going to be in there for maybe 4 minutes. So our fire source is being burned or fueled by these wood pellets. So this is a true wood-fired pizza, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's been in there almost 2 minutes. I'm gonna give it a little spin. And to do that, you can use your peel if you're talented, but I'm not that talented, so I've got a longer spatula. And I got my timer set. You can hear it going off after 2 minutes. I'm just gonna kind of spin it, just so it evenly cooks. And we're gonna be in there another 2 minutes. When you do the pizza peel, if you want to spin it, put it at an angle and then just kind of pull it out. It'll slowly spin. I think we're done. You just kind of work it back and forth a little bit and your pizza comes crawling out. Look at that little thing of beauty. Okay, brought it in the house. I'm just going to transfer it to my little cutting board. Oh boy. I don't have a pizza cutter handy. I don't know what we did with it last night, so I'll just use my chef knife. Cut a couple of corners off. Okay, if you want, you can click the links in the description for the other pizza dough that I've done earlier in my videos and some other pizza videos. I'd also like to give a big thanks to Ob Truckin. He was requesting a chorizo con papas pizza. Scad wanted a salami black olive mozzarella. Yummies for Dummies pepperoni. Isaac Hodges wants a clams casino. RB Guide Service, a barbecue chicken. We did that one last night. It was so good. Everest Design 7, olive oil, mozzarella, red peppers, artichokes, calamari olives, pine nuts, which I'd probably toast, garlic and clumps of goat cheese, spicy Italian sausage, Yukon potato pieces, and kale. You guys submitted a lot of cool requests. I'm going to try and get to some of these because they look really good. Here's another one, prosciutto, Turkish figs, arugula, finished with a balsamic vinegar reduction. And of course, somebody, Quiet Storm Washington, wants a meat lover's pizza. Brian Ball-Oliver wants a traditional Hawaiian with stuffed crust. Now you're challenging me. Stuffed crust will be my next challenge when dealing with pizza dough. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to give this a taste. You guys are awesome. If you don't have a pizza oven like that gets up to 700 to 900 degrees, do this in your oven at 500 with a pizza stone. You'll get similar results, just not as quick. You'd have to leave it in there maybe 10, 15 minutes. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Most simple and one of my most favorite pizzas.